Cigarettes here, prices are up 25, 50% up. Groceries, meat, everyday little grocery items is all going up. If you making 20, 25 bucks an hour, you can't make it. There's no way. There's no way you can pay rent, lights, insurance, phone, food, all that on 20, 25 an hour. You ain't gonna make it. And they just raised all the prices about 50% today. So if you couldn't make it then, you sure ain't gonna make it now, and it's gonna get worse later. What are people gonna do? You can't go apply for food stamps because they're gonna say you make too much. But it's okay to raise the prices of food. But when you call for food stamps, you make too much. It don't even make sense. It's like the system's set up to make people fail. I mean, what are people gonna do? Just not eat?
I know you lying. I know you fucking lying. These people just got $448. They just got that. Then they gonna turn around and send out a whole new light bill that's $515. I know I'm not the only one that about to crash out. Cause where the fuck I supposed to get that money from? I got other bills. I got my kids. Y'all reading them meters wrong or something. Because ain't no way. It's like y'all playing 3, 4, 5. Because y'all got $343. $448. Not $515? Come on, man.
It's really unfair that I have to choose either having health care or a roof over my head. I got a letter today from Blue Shield Blue Cross, and my monthly premiums went up to $2,627 a month, 17 cents. If I choose health insurance, I lose my house. If I choose my house, I lose my health insurance. Either way, I'm breaking the law. Either way, I'm kind of screwed, and I'm not even mad. I just don't care anymore, I guess. There's just no win.
Almost everyone in this food line is either an active duty service member or married to one. Twice a week, just outside of Fort Hood, Texas, the Armed Services YMCA holds a free food distribution for the military community. And every week, there are more families in the line than food to serve.
Lately, it's just been, we've been having to use it a lot often.
Chantel McLeod's husband is an E7 Sergeant First Class, and she has a part-time job that lets her work from home.
On paper, you would think y'all would be good.
Totally not true. In my opinion, it doesn't really keep up with the growing of the economy, what they pay the soldiers. 5
relocations, 2 deployments, and 3 kids later, she says food pantries have become a lifeline.
It kind of frees up a lot so my kids can be kids, you know, and not worry.
We caught up with Michelle, Megan, and Crystal, Army wives on their weekly food pantry carpool as they visited 3 in a single day.
This really takes up a lot of our time. It's my birthday, and I'm at a pantry, because if I miss today's pantry, that's going to determine how the rest of the week goes.
And if you don't go to the food pantry, that means you're going to have to spend money on food, and then your kids aren't going to be able to go to the pool in the summer or do basic kid stuff.
Or gas or toilet paper.
A USDA study last year estimated 1 in 4 active duty troops are now food insecure, more than double the rate for civilians. And despite a recent 10% pay raise specifically for junior enlisted troops and the expansion of a stipend for those most in need, food insecurity in the military does not seem to be going anywhere.
Do y'all feel like you're living in poverty?
Yes.
Yeah.
According to Pentagon data obtained by NBC News through a records request, nearly 40% of children at DoD-run schools on U.S. military bases currently qualify for lunch assistance. That's up from 30% just 6 years ago. Civilian pantries in the Fort Hood area have seen an uptick in military families using their services, too.
When we came on back in 2017, less than 5% of the families coming through our doors were military families, and now we're up in the 20 to 25% range.
And these pantries have been hit by inflation. just like everyone else.
We're just spending so much more for groceries than we ever have. It is not sustainable in the long term.
Doreen O'Cam runs development for the ASYMCA nationally. In 2019, the nonprofit operated 6 food distribution sites on or near U.S. military installations. Today, they have 22.
We will run out of food probably by 11 o'clock this morning, and the line will still be there, and we will have to turn people away.
O'Cam says sky-high childcare costs nationally and lengthy wait lists at military-subsidized daycares put military spouses in a tough position.
Where I live currently, $2,800 a month just for one infant to go into a non-DOD subsidized child care facility. It's just unattainable. And so the reality is they choose to stay home and live off of the single income. And we just don't live in a world where we can live on a single income anymore.
We had a $40+ million military parade in D.C. There are some people who looked at that and said, there's a lot of places that money could have gone instead, one of them being making sure that particularly enlisted personnel are making a salary to be able to feed their families.
I think that the military parades, in terms of recruitment, that they believed that that was an important piece to it. I think the DOD puts just as much emphasis, though, on taking care of current serving people.
You have it for that one day, but then they have to go back to their actual lives, whereas though they're back to wondering and thinking like, okay, well, I need groceries to cover me for the next month, you know.
McLeod's husband is retiring from the military this summer.
I've heard a lot, like, it's a volunteer service. Yeah, but you work so hard and you're out there risking your life. You know, you want to feel sound in mind knowing that your family is going to be taken care of.
So let me get this fucking straight. Tearing apart families pays better than defending our fucking country? 1 in 4 active duty, meaning full time, cannot afford to feed their fucking family. But the Gestapo gets a fucking raise? They'll spend millions on concentration camps, but tell soldiers to go fuck themselves. They're funding border death squads while veterans sleep in goddamn tents. This isn't policy anymore. This is a goddamn class war. The 1% is profiting off of our suffering, whether it's rents or raids. But the people that sign up to defend our fucking country can't even afford groceries right now. So to every politician who sends troops to die but won't fucking feed them, when the revolution comes, you'll be the first ones to fucking starve.
The whole culture of quiet quitting, they say, oh, it's because workers are underpaid. But I feel like it's so much broader than that. I think it's inflation. It's just the time we live in now. I think employers are paying employees very well. You know, most employees are making good money. The problem is you can't live off that money anymore. So whereas 50 years ago, you know, a man could work in a gas station and support a family of 4 and have a decent home and buy food, now that's impossible. I mean, the minimum wage in California, you can't live off of that. So if you're a minimum wage earner, even if you're making $30 an hour or $35 an hour, it's barely enough to cover your, you know, minimum expenses. So obviously, I think as a result of that, people care less about their jobs and keeping those jobs.